Venezuela has entered a new and deeply uncertain era. The sudden capture and removal of Nicolás Maduro, who ruled the country for 12 long years, has left an entire nation holding its breath. In the capital Caracas and across other cities, the streets are eerily quiet. People remain inside their homes, fearful and apprehensive. The security forces are on edge, yet surprisingly, there has been little sign of the government-backed paramilitary groups known as colectivos. Those who have dared to venture outside have one clear priority: stocking up on basic supplies. The fear of clashes or looting hangs heavy in the air. There is no panic buying, not yet. But Venezuelans know this routine all too well. Crisis after crisis has taught them to prepare for the worst. Videos emerging on Saturday revealed a haunting scene. Streets stood mostly empty while long lines formed outside supermarkets and pharmacies. As journalist Mary Mina reported on Sunday, you can't hear anything on the streets except the birds singing. Opposition supporters are celebrating, but only behind closed doors. There have been no public rallies in support of the U.S. action. According to Mina, they are likely to keep their heads down unless leading opposition figures can demonstrate they have backing from Venezuelan officials or military commanders. Information from other cities remains scarce. In Maracaibo, a major oil hub, Reuters reported long lines forming for groceries. Hugo Chavez, a 39-year-old mechanic and workshop owner, ventured out to check on his business, fearing looting, but he found the streets deserted. He tried to fill up his gas tank only to discover the service stations had already closed. Instead, he bought food. As he put it, "We don't know what's coming. Honestly, I have a mix of fear and joy." In the city of Maracaibo, 35-year-old psychologist Alejandra Palencia stepped out only to walk her dog. She described it as feeling like an abandoned city, with people shut inside their homes. Fear and uncertainty, she said, are everywhere. That uncertainty is pervasive across the nation. In Valencia, in central Venezuela, 74-year-old Nancy Perez walked to a bakery near her home. Her words captured what so many are feeling. "I want to know what will come next." Not everyone, however, welcomes the dramatic turn of events. Some Venezuelans are deeply uncomfortable with the idea that decisions about their future are now being made in the White House. In Caracas, as she gathered groceries, Jenny Salazar told CNN plainly, "I don't agree with another president outside of Venezuela taking control of us Venezuelans." At a news conference on Saturday, President Trump declared that his administration would govern Venezuela until a transition could take place. Teo Tilan, a Venezuelan living in Miami who had traveled home to visit his mother, expressed his own apprehension. How is it that Donald Trump is going to have control? What kind of control will he have? Where are the people who are going to control that? I don't know. A doctor in Caracas, who declined to give his name, emphasized that the military would be the deciding factor. "The position of the Venezuelan armed forces is fundamental," he said. "We have to wait and see how they are going to define themselves." He expressed hope for a rapprochement between the United States and the Venezuelan opposition. Under the Venezuelan constitution, the acting president, Delcy Rodriguez, is required to call fresh elections within 60 days, but many questions remain unanswered. One Caracas resident voiced the doubts many share. "I'm very interested in knowing what the transition will be like. What is the plan? Will she be in charge of the country and the organization of the elections? How can we trust it?" Meanwhile, Venezuelan state media has featured defiant supporters of the regime sending messages to Trump. One young man declared on a live Telesur broadcast, "We are the children of Chavez. We achieved sovereignty, and we will not allow you, who think you are the world's police, to change this." Hugo Chavez, who served as president before Maduro from 1999 to 2013, founded what became known as Venezuela's Bolivarian movement. Delcy Rodriguez, who has been nominated as president by the Supreme Court following Maduro's removal, has not spoken publicly on Sunday. But the government appears focused on maintaining continuity. Maduro himself had frequently stated that the regime would continue regardless of whether he remained president. Authorities have announced that the main international airport remains open and that the National Assembly will be sworn in on Monday as scheduled. Yet many Venezuelans remain stunned by Trump's suggestion that the United States could work with Rodriguez as the new head of state. This unexpected move has only deepened the uncertainty hanging over the country's future.